Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Greg's Go Raid for my free-to-play King Gallcobar account. Now, we're on day 20, so we're a few days later than I expected to be recording this, and the reason for this, I kind of got distracted. So after saying, oh yeah, I'm playing much better these days, I've repeated a lot of the mistakes I made when I first started playing. So, let's look at why. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, I was rather taken by the new champion Camir Scarite with the Fragment Summon event that was running. And I got it in my head that if I picked up 5 fragments in the Summon Rush event, that I'd be able to get the rest. If I maxed out in the champion chase, I would be able to do it. And that is good in theory if I'd been picking up random shards during the course of my, clan boss or so on, but I didn't. So I ran through all the early parts of the event rather than do my normal thing I would do from days 7 to 14, which is just grind for food and grind in minnow. And what that meant was all my 50s that I got finished up at 50, my epics finished up at 40, but I haven't seen any progression beyond that because I was so busy doing I don't know how many runs of Ice Golem and I don't know how many runs of Dragon, although I do know because I have a spreadsheet that tells me. So this event, although it panned out that my gear is maybe slightly better than I would expect at this stage, I haven't really progressed my champions in the way I would normally like. So, how is Arena going? Well, we're suffering from the fact that we lost focus on the Camir Fragment event because we haven't got the 6-star guys. So we're a bit like that AHL hockey player that's too good for the AHL but not good enough for the NHL. We have been in the top end of Silver 4 quite frequently. We've been into Gold, but we come straight back down because we can't deal with the games at that level. If we look at our arena record, as you can see, the team we're currently running, which is Phemo, Gallcobar, Cried and Elva, has played 203 games in Silver 4, of which I have dropped 13. So we're running at a 93.6%. Now, when we go up a level and we start playing in Gold, we're only winning at a 63%. And to be honest, out of those 19 wins, probably half of them are people that have only fielded 1 champion or 2 champions. So we're only winning about 50% of the games when we're up there. But every time we're AFK, we come back and we're pretty much smack bang in the middle of silver again. And the biggest issue this team has is the amount of punch they have. I mean, we can control a game, but a number of our losses have been where I've just conceded because there's a high defense, high HP champion with a golden elixir, and I just haven't got enough to punch through it. So I'm looking at upping one of my champs when I go to 6-star. That can be a nuker that I bring in for certain matches. So yeah, Arena definitely been hurt by the fact that we are not punchy enough. Now, if we're looking at our opponents, my chart should be up on the screen now. 63% of our silver games have featured Pelops. Kale still slightly less because it's 36.75, so dropped a little bit from previously, but Gallcobar and Crichton again are up around about a third. They were sitting just over 40% at one point, but they have dropped. The amount we're seeing, obviously the people trying out the new download link has there's not as many people playing it over the last few days, or certainly not in silver. We are winning all of the mirror matches though. Elva absolutely helps us dominate the mirror match. The fact that we have a reviver, a speed booster, I don't think I've dropped any of them. After that, Venomage, who is quite often the 4th man in that Pelops Gallcobar Crichton link. Tholin, who is still popular, and to be honest, not an easy win for me. I have to play around him a lot because of the fact that his affinity is, good against the fact that I have a number of magic characters in my lineup. And then we have the staples of Tagore and Nama, and then obviously an upturn in Valorant recently. So, when it comes to Arbiter missions, possibly the most disappointing part of this account so far. I would normally expect on day 20 to be somewhere around the having either just about to finish or having just finished the third part, so around 225 completed. And I am still sitting back here at 18 into the third part, so 168 completed. The good news is we're just about to complete that one now, so let's go and look at the champions. So, as we can see from our shard pool chart, we have been very fortunate. We have managed to bag 4 legendaries from pools from a total of 29 ancient and 3 sacred. So, since the last video, we have pulled an additional one. So, if we change our screen there and we look through, you will see that we have acquired Staltus Dragonbane. So when I was talking just now about needing someone who can put a bit of punch in, this guy might just fill the role. And the fact that he will get a boost from Phemo when he boosts his defense, which will effectively increase this guy's attack, seems like a good combination. So initially, I've been thinking all along that I'd be going with Gallcobar and then adding Phemo as the second 6-star, but I've decided that I should go with Staltus. As you can see from the characters here, let's change it to a more easy to see view. We've spread ourselves really thin. Lots of guys, normally I wouldn't have ranked or leveled all these guys up, but everyone's at 50 because I spent so much time going through the various different dungeons rather than getting food up. But we do have 5 bits of food sitting here waiting to level up our Staltus. So we shall come out of there, go to the tavern, and we shall select this guy and get rid of the food to take him up to, let's remove that gear. There we go. So we now have a 6-star, and hopefully I have got, completing one of the challenges, if I look at the level, I'm pretty sure I've got an XP barrel. Oh no, I don't. So I'm going to have to go through the whole process of levelling up Staltus manually. Oh joy. Right, so what's next? So what's next? So obviously we want to get our Staltus Dragonbane up to 60, but we also want to get him ascended. The reason being his passive here, that whenever there's a weakened, decreased defense or poison attempt to be put on him, it reflects them back onto the attacker. So I really like that on him. I'm going to wait though, because we've got a clan versus clan event coming up. I probably should have waited to level Staltus up to 60 till that started, but hey ho. So we are going to up our Great Hall that we have been waiting on. So that will be upgraded. We will ascend some of our champions, and then we're going to get to work grinding more food to get our third 6-star, but also working our way through the Arbiter missions and really concentrate this, not getting distracted by other stuff going on. The good news is if we scroll, and I know it's quite a way to scroll, if we scroll all the way to the end of this third section where we get Fused Relic Keeper, I already have all the parts for that, and they're all at 30 already, so it's not going to take that much to get them up to 4-star, up to 40, and then fuse them. So it is just a case of working our way through these and kind of timing the potion keeps. That's probably the hardest thing as far as keeping momentum going. So other than that, that's pretty much what I should have been doing right from the start. But as I said, distractions happen. Right, till next time, take care.